We begin our 16th year of SoCal Prep Report. We're in La Puente, Bishop Amat High School, where last week in 0 week, the Lancers won over a pretty good St. Paul team, 42-14. So there's great optimism on campus. I'm Randy Rosenblum, your host on SoCal Prep Report, along with Tarek Fatal. Tarek's in the studio today, so we're going to send it to him in a moment. But let me tell you this. What a great victory for Kory Minor's team to knock off St. Paul in their opening game after winning only 2 games last year. We're going to meet Kory Minor on this show. We're going to chat with Chris Ricks as well, the quarterback coach, who's actually worked commentary with us on LA 36. But for now, let's check in with Tarek, and he talks about 0 week in prep football in the Southland.
Well, Randy, it's that time of year again. I'm sorry I can't be out at Kiefer Stadium this week. We'll see you in studio here coming up soon. But for right now, there was so much drama. The wheels of the season haven't even got off the ground yet. The landing gear hasn't even come up into the plane as it's emerging into the air. And we already have drama. Bishop Montgomery, here's what's going on. You can't bury the lead here. Bishop Montgomery, 20-plus football transfers coming into the program, and the first wave that tried to get eligible, 5 of them declared ineligible, denied. Bylaw 202 hit with those student athletes. Guys, that's 24 months you got to sit. You can't play any sports at any school. Huge violation for falsifying documents. So Commissioner Mike West in his second year cleaning things up in the CIF. And that's not all. So that was last week, right before Bishop Montgomery headed to Hawaii to play St. Louis, the #1 team in the land out there on Saturday. And they played them pretty tough despite all the drama. They lose 34-27 to the Crusaders. But in the final moments, as they say, when it rains, it pours. The Knights get into a scuffle on the field. Here's some footage of it. And you see on the far sideline in white is Bishop Montgomery. And as the scuffle unfolds, their team leaves the sideline. Well, what happens then? Everyone gets suspended. So this week for week 1, Mater Dei, the #1 team in the country, cannot play a football game. Bishop Montgomery had to cancel the game due to too many suspensions. That's it. No game for Mater Dei. And for the second season in a row, the Monarchs, the national champions, the defending back-to-back national champions, are going to play a 9-game slate. Very odd and a rough start to the season for Bishop Montgomery. And last ad on the Knights, more is coming down the pike. It's going to be a rough 2025 for that program. Nevertheless, had to get to that story. Let's get to some scores for week 0. One of the stories of the weekend that was good, the Trinity League goes out to Florida, Mater Dei, St. John Bosco, and Orange Lutheran. They all win in nationally ranked games. Mater Dei beats St. Thomas Aquinas 26-23. Chris Henry Jr. looking like Megatron out there. St. John Bosco beats Manatee 31-0. That game was actually called at halftime. Thunderstorms, lightning. The game got called after 2 quarters. The Braves come back with a victory in dominating fashion. And the last one that was more of a surprise and makes the Lancers look really good. Orange Lutheran beats Miami Northwestern 17-3. All 3 teams come back, not just representing California, not just representing Southern California, not just representing the Southern section. They represent the best league in the country, the Trinity League. Those teams start 3-0 combined against Florida. Moving right along, Corona Centennial 42, Servite 14. That game was in Corona. New quarterback, not necessarily new to the program, but his first year as the starter, senior quarterback Anthony Catalano goes for 300-plus yards, 4 touchdowns, including this monster one-handed catch by Ty Plinsky. It was the #1 play on SportsCenter's top 10 plays. The Huskies off to a great start this season. Sierra Canyon defeats J. Sarah 35-0, an absolute blanking by the Trailblazers at home over a Trinity League foe. I think the Trailblazers were expected to win, but not like this. They hold Jay Sarah to less than 100 yards on offense. Jackson Stokes, the junior running back, ran for over 100 yards and I believe a trio of touchdowns. The city section. This ain't a cloud of dust, a 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Kennedy and Eagle Rock scored more than 100 points, 59-56. The Cougars get the victory. Diego Montez, 7 touchdowns he's responsible for. Liam Paston, 8 touchdowns. So the two quarterbacks combined for 15 touchdowns in that game. Pretty remarkable, but the Cougars come out with the victory. And the last game to wrap up Week 0, Birmingham, a surprising victory over a solid Foothill League team in Hart, 24-14. Kevin Hawkins goes for 130 yards and a touchdown. Are the Birmingham Charter Patriots the frontrunner for the city section yet again after a quality win in Week 0? We will see. Randy, back out to you on the field.
How much fun will this be? We got a guy that majors in victories, even though his name is Minor, Kory Minor, former great player here, played at Notre Dame and South Bend during his collegiate career, on to the NFL. But he's back home where he belongs. Kory, it is great to see you.
It is a pleasure all mine, Randy.
Awesome beginning to your career here.
Thank you.
Big win, knocking off St. Paul 42-14. How's it feel to be the hero for at least a week?
Well, listen, I am no ways the hero. There is many more guys out here deserving than I am. I'll tell you that. Listen, I give all the glory to God, first and foremost, and my staff. Those guys are exceptional. They put the real work and time in, make it easy for me. And then, of course, these young men are exceptional as well. And so I take none of it. I can't. I'd be remiss to take it. I give it to God. I give it to them for sure.
Hey, take some credit. He deserves some credit. You're replacing a guy in Steve Hegarty. He was here for 17 years.
Yes, he was.
Did a great job. Struggled a little bit at the end, a couple losing seasons. But is it difficult in your mind knowing that you're replacing a guy like Hegarty?
Listen, he's a great coach. He's been around a long time. He's won a lot of games. He's done some great things for Amat. Listen, I'm just happy to be here, right? It was the right time, when this thing happened, when he stepped down, and I felt God put this on my heart, and so I'm here for that purpose, to serve young men. And really, at the end of the day, that's why I'm here.
We're going to go back and take a look at memory lane in a moment, but I want to just go back to that first game.
Sure.
Were you surprised that you were able to handle St. Paul handily? 42-14, not a close game. Were you even shocked with your team's execution?
Well, listen, I've been around the game of football a long time, and I know if you execute well and play together, things can happen. And before we went out in the locker room, I said, listen, execute well, play together, and things can happen. And again, we had that on our side. And so, listen, a testament to these young men and to the coaching staff more than anything. But listen, that's a great football team. Don't get it twisted, right? They're a great football team that coach very well. They'll be back.
I was reading before the season, talking about you in your first year here, and that Amat had the bad season last year and the 2 losing seasons. And they said if Kory Minor, in a tough year with the schedule he has, in the league that you're in, can win 5 games, that would be a great year. What do you think would be a great year for Bishop Amat?
These young men are hungry, and they're excited to play. And I think what we've done as a staff is rejuvenation, excitement, right? They want to come to practice. They want to get better. And so, listen, the sky's the limit for us. I really believe that. The sky is the limit. And so we're going to come out here every single day and practice to get better, 1% better every single day. 1% better every single day.
One thing I always hate to hear is the rest of the coaching staff. This guy does this, and this guy does that. But you have assembled a coaching staff here. We know Chris Ricks, former Florida State guy, has worked on LA 36 as a commentator. He's your quarterback's guy.
Yes.
And he's got a big name.
Yes.
Marcus Everett from
Yes.
Chaminade and on to UCLA, and a great wide receiver.
Yeah.
How have you got these kind of individuals to come to work with you?
Listen, I'm going to give first the glory to God. So when I got hired, many of them reached out and said, hey, listen, if we can jump on your staff, we'd love to jump on your staff and help you build this place back. And so I met with all of them, and I saw the pedigree. Many of them played Division I football. Some played in the NFL. And so why not, right? And so, listen, I'm blessed to have them.
All right, I want to talk about you and your coaching style.
Okay.
What do you like about Kory Minor, the coach, and what does Kory Minor, the coach, need to work on?
So I am a motivator and inspirational person, period. bar none. That's what I do well. I get paid to do that for corporations, right? I do it for my young men. That's what I do well. I think I need to work at it because I'm always trying to improve and get better. I want to work at being in the moment always and make sure my young men are in the moment. And that's, as a head coach, that's my job to do.
That's hard to do.
It's
though,
hard to
isn't
do.
it?
Yes, it is hard to do because things are happening all the time, right? I'm under Lou Holtz. I'm a Lou Holtz guy, and he, to me, he's the best in the business, best to ever do it. And so watching him, he makes it look easy, but it's not. Like you said, it's not easy at all.
That means every team you play is going to be the greatest team ever because that's
Yes.
what Lou Holtz
Yes,
always used
yeah,
to
exactly
say.
right.
He built up the opponent.
Yeah.
Let's take that trip down memory lane.
Okay.
Bishop Amat, you were a student athlete here, early 90s, had some great success. Let's first talk about the 92 Reebok Bowl.
Okay.
That was the CIF Southern section against the City section, which happened to be Sylmar.
Yes.
Remember that game?
I do.
was there. I
do.
called the
I
game.
do.
What do you remember about that contest?
So I was hurt. I missed the last 8 games of that season. I got hurt in St. John Bosco. So I dressed out, but I wasn't going to play. But what I remember is that me and McCutcheon danced in the end zone after the game because that's what we said. Hey, listen, we win this game. We're going to go dance in the end zone. Coach said, hey, if you win, go ahead and go do that.
That name McCutcheon
Yes,
rings a bell.
yes,
Tell us
it
about
does.
him.
Listen, the competitor, ultimate competitor. The reason why Almont is Almont, right? And he's on the Almont Mount Rushmore for sure, but more of a better person more than anything.
Yeah, really good guy. All right, let's take us a little bit further into your career. You played in the 94 game, I guess, against Mater Dei.
Yes.
I didn't see that game. I know Mater Dei won it, and it was a
Yes.
heartbreaking loss for Amat.
Yes, it was. Listen, 21-7 at halftime. We lose 28-21. We're number 1 team in the country. They're number 2 team in the country. Great battle in Anaheim Stadium, and a better team won. And listen, I tip my hats to them. They were a phenomenal opponent, and they beat us, and it's all fair and square. But it was a hell of a game. I really enjoyed it.
The next year, you're gone.
Yes.
You're off to Notre Dame, but Amat comes back
Yes.
with Ralph Brown, who ended up playing in the NFL, in Nebraska, in the National Football League. Great DB. Running back as well here. Super running back. And Amat won the title in 95 over a very good Loyola team.
Correct. Yeah. Again, listen, Ralph led that team. They had a great bunch of guys on that team. Many of them played Division I, a few of them played in the NFL. But again, listen, I like to think that we gave them the foundation of it, and they took it and ran with it and did better than we did.
Well, like I said, you've done quite well for yourself. All right, there's 90s football. I know you love that era, didn't you?
I do. It was pure, right? Guys weren't transferring. Guys weren't leaving schools. Guys, listen, if I'm third string, I'm going to battle every single day. At some point, I'm going to get my chance, and I'm going to shine when I get my chance. Look back at the running backs that you had here at Almont, from Scott Fields to Rodney Sermons, Dalen McCutcheon, Ralph Brown. They all wait their turn. And they played 1 year and got scholarships on 1 year of football. And so, yes, it was a lot of fun during that time. It was pure, and guys fought and worked.
You're a friendly guy. How do you turn it on during the game and get fiery enough to get your team to believe that, hey, he's just not another guy. He's a fiery guy that motivates us. How do you motivate him during a game?
I think the biggest way is understand what they want, right? And so I ask them all the time, what do you got? What do you want? What do you want? What do you need? What are your desires? Whether it's a championship, whether it's to win this game, whether it's to go play Division I, Division II, Division III, you got to know what they want, because then you can talk to them in that language of what they want, what they desire. So when they're not playing right, that's not the standard you told me you want.
What league is Bishop Amat in?
Mission
League, right?
Mission League, yes.
Okay. You know how tough the Mission League
Yes.
is. Everyone is building up Sierra Canyon, Sarah and Gardena.
Sure.
Awesome athletes.
100%.
How does Amat participate and be competitive against those kind of teams?
One day at a time. All we can do every day is I'll come out here and get better every single week. And if we can build on building blocks and do that when it's time for those games, we'll show up and play well. Right? Those are great opponents. Those are great players, great pass players, great coaching, and we have our work cut out for us. But I know this: these young men are hungry and they fight. And if we can do our job and get better every single week, anything is possible.
How valuable, and I know you're playing a very good opponent this week in Oak Hills.
Yes, we are.
But how valuable is it to play tough competition every week and not take a week off and have to be in the battle every week?
That's football to me, right? That's how it was in the 90s when I played. I don't know anything different. That's how I was in Notre Dame, right? We were everybody's Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, us doing that here is preparing us for greatness for now and for later.
Last ad with you. Tell us quickly about your Notre Dame career and your NFL career.
Yeah, listen, Notre Dame was a blessing. 6-year-old dream to go there. God is good. I made it happen. I'm third all time in tackles, third all time in sacks, second all time in tackles for loss. Started all 4 years for Lou Holtz, never have happened before. And so graduating 3.5 years with a marketing degree, I'm more proud about that than anything, first and foremost. NFL career, short time, right? Played in the NFL 4 years, had a great time. Loved it, played for the 49ers, then cut there and played for Carolina. Had a phenomenal time, phenomenal experience, met some great people, some great stories, but life goes on.
When you look back in this first season of Mott, your alma mater is over. What do you want to have accomplished? What do you want to get done as they're cheering in the background? You guys are getting into it. What do you want to have done for this team in the first year?
I want to have given these young men values and structure so when they leave Almont, they say, I'm a better person being in Coach Minor's program when it's all said and done.
Kory, it was a flat-out pleasure to chat
Pleasure's all
with you.
mine, Randy. Thank you, sir.
All right,
Appreciate
take
you,
care.
brother.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Having fun out at Bishop Amat here in La Puente. Get to meet another friend who's on the coaching staff. Chris Ricks, quarterback coach. I remember Chris because you just did commentary with me on LA 36.
That's right.
On the Flag Football Championships.
That's
How
right. The
much
first
fun
one,
was that?
the inaugural one, right?
Yeah.
First one, city section. It was fun. We got to do it again. Highlight these girls. I love it.
Broadcasting and coaching. How does broadcasting help you as a coach?
Well, preparation, right? Watching film. It's different. They're two different headsets.
I like that.
But I mean, to come back here at Bishop Amat to be asked by Kory Minor to come help lead the quarterbacks, and a tremendous honor, Randy. I mean, humbling. Kory played before me. We didn't play together. We really didn't know each other. I just knew him as like the Mount Rushmore of legend at Bishop Amat, right? With him and Dalen McCutcheon, Pat Hayden, Eric Bieniemy, all those guys. So very humbling. And the fact my son's a sophomore here, he's on the JV team. To come back, over 20 years later, it's truly a blessing. So we got the first one with St. Paul. Big victory. It was a special night. I pray one that Kory remembers forever and his first win as head coach. And we believe we're just getting started.
Talked with Kory prior, but I didn't talk about the community with him. You can speak to this area. La Puente is into this school and very much into this football team, aren't they?
They are. I mean, you saw it 30 years ago, right? Broadcasting the Division I championship game, Bishop Amat Loyola. I was an 8th grader at that game, Randy. And after that game, I said, I want to go to Bishop Amat because I saw the community. I saw the love. Obviously, the victory, winning a CIF championship, the last one 30 years ago here. So it's a special place. Every school has special history and tradition and I think a community. But Bishop Amat is definitely unique. And that's why I think a big reason why Kory Minor came back to coach. There's a lot of other places he could coach. We know he's very successful in business and entrepreneur. He didn't have to do this. So to put his reputation on the line, his love for the school, to come back and lead the return to glory, it's pretty special.
That return to glory was quick because
wait, not back yet. And I think Kory will probably tell you the same thing. It's
but
one
I'm talking
win.
about last
We got
week.
a ways to go.
Yeah, but I want to get to the 5,000 that were here. That atmosphere was wonderful, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, and if you've been to a Bishop Amat game, you know it's different. I mean, it's like a carnival. It's like a college game. I mean, it's packed. It's loud. You've got great vendors all over. You got the In-N-Out truck here. You've got kettle corn. There's so many different things going on. It's a special Friday night lights experience here at Bishop Amat. And everyone that was here that last Friday saw it, and they'll be back tomorrow night when we play Oak Hills.
All right, you're a quarterback coach. What does a quarterback's coach really do?
Well, my biggest heart is being a light for them and mentoring them, teaching them what to do and also what not to do. Because I had a lot of touchdowns, also had a lot of interceptions. And so it's mentoring, it's coaching. Of course, it's the fundamentals, it's the mechanics, it's the coverages, it's the film study.
How quickly do the kids pick it up? Do they pick it up quickly?
They pick it up quicker than I did.
Okay.
That's for sure. I mean, they're smarter than I was. But also technology, I think, is a huge factor with film, huddle, the things they have access to, the resources help a lot. And I think that's why this generation is bigger, faster, stronger with all the training, all the camps. It's year-round now. There's really no off-season. But also not just bigger, faster, stronger, Randy, but smarter as well. And I think a lot of that technology, resources, huddle, all of those things, let alone what Coach Minor and the staff, what we do with them, teaching them and equipping them, empowering them, really helps them get it quicker and be more successful.
Who's your number one quarterback? Tell us who he is and what you like about him.
Yeah, Braden Wan is a transfer from Eisenhower. He's a senior, 6'5", about 200 pounds. And in lieu of what I just said, a student of the game. He's a film junkie. He's got a lot of minutes, a lot of hours on huddle logs. You know, we can see the player's name and how much time they watch film. You know, you can't hide from it. And he's a film junkie, smart, sharp, a lot of upside, has a ways to go. Still raw, I think, in some aspects, but working with him throughout this offseason, along with Coach Jason Harris, our amazing offensive coordinator, one of the best offensive minds that I've been around. He has a ways to go, but he's on his way. Along with senior Danny Reyes, who's a 4-year player. We expect him to play this year. He's doing a great job helping run the scout team, along with Domenico Doran, who's a transfer from Servite. He's a junior. Again, Danny's a senior, one of the senior leaders on this team, Danny Reyes is. So we've got a pretty special group in the quarterback room with Braden, Danny, and Domenico.
How much do these guys behind us know about your background? 4-year starter, 2000 to 2004 for the Seminoles of Florida State. I know you're a proud Seminole. Do these guys understand your background and how great a career you did have?
Randy, I think it's so long ago, it's ancient. You know, I'm trying to think, like 30 years, that would have been in the 90s, a coach who played in the 60s coaching me, you know? It's like there wouldn't have been any film. I mean, there is obviously film now on YouTube, and the players will sometimes say, hey, Coach, I saw some of your highlights on YouTube, or I saw this online. So, I mean, that helps give a little bit credibility, but it's really about them. And Coach Minor does a great job leading from the top. It's not about him as much of it. He was a legend here, Notre Dame, and the NFL. It's not like this is for his glory. He's really doing it for the love of the kids, the love of the school, and we try to follow in that example. It's great to have that credibility in what we did, but now it's their time. We've had our time. We want them to have success.
Chris, it was great seeing you again.
Great seeing you, partner. See you back in the broadcast booth, hopefully sooner than later.
You got it. If I'm intimidated here, it's because I got the big offensive line watching as Ryan Salcedo is ready to rumble with me here. Ryan, congratulations on your first game, your first 200-yard game. What did it feel like to have the holes that the big guys open for you and be able to run like that in a big win over a rival?
Felt great. Couldn't do it without them. I mean, they're all happy. Just felt great.
4-year starter, from your first game as a freshman to now, your biggest improvement. Don't be shy. Come on, tell us why you're better.
Definitely the offseason, been putting in the work, and the work has been, showed on Friday. But we still got a long season in front of us, so looking forward to that.
What do you like about this team? You've been around the block here. You're a veteran. You're an old guy now. You're 4th year. Why is this team better than the rest, the last 3 at least?
I wouldn't say we're definitely better, but it's also the coaching staff. It's a privilege to be coached by all these, great coaches that have all this knowledge, and it's definitely a blessing.
La Puente, the community, 5,000 showed up for the first game. What do you say to your fans about how they came out and supported you in week 1?
Couldn't thank them enough, but they'll be happy and ready for this week and the rest of the season.
You got a game tonight. You're playing tonight against a very good football team. Can you do it again? Can you get 200 yards again?
We'll do. And it wouldn't be without the help of them right there behind.
I'm looking to my right, and there's the baseball field over there. You're familiar with that. You played a couple years of baseball here, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I'd have.
What position were you?
3rd outfield.
Okay. Why'd you give it up? Why'd you want to concentrate on football?
For this offseason, realistically, I realized I had to put in work, and baseball was kind of stopping that, so I had to take a year off.
But it's so close. The field's right there.
I'm definitely playing this year, though. I'll be back to it.
Ryan, what's your future? What's going to happen after Amat?
Hopefully head into college. That's definitely the plan, and get a scholarship and head out of here with a degree.
And you want to play ball at the next level?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
We wish you the best of luck, and
appreciate
congratulations on a marvelous opening game against St.
that.
Paul.
Appreciate that.
Okay, Randy, now we're looking toward week 1. And week 1 has some good storylines to it. Why? It's not so much who can go 2-0, who can get back to even and go 1-1, and so on and so forth. It's more about maybe a litmus test, right? So teams like Bishop Amat had great wins in week 0, big ones over St. Paul. Well, how are they going to do against Oak Hills, right? Jay Sarah gets blanked 35-0. Are they really that bad, or does week 1 show us, well, maybe week 0 was just a fluke? The big one that has the biggest storyline, in my opinion, isn't so much about the scoreboard, and that's Hamilton High School debuting its brand new football facility and stadium on campus against Gardena Serra. Why? Elijah Asante, technically in his second year, but really in his debut season with a full off season and weight room program and so on, is going to unfold his quarterback, who's only a freshman, Thaddeus Bro, 6'5", 205 pounds. How will he do against the talented, physical, and skilled Serra of Gardena team? I don't know. Asante thinks that they're going to beat the Cavs. Good luck to Hamilton. I say if they can even keep that game from a running clock, that would be a big victory. Maybe even keeping it within 3 scores would be a huge statement, even just for Hamilton in a loss. The other big-time games, Santa Margarita hosting Corona Centennial. Will the Huskies go 2-0? Is Carson Palmer going to finally get his first win after only falling to Mission Viejo 7-3? It's hard to imagine that Carson Palmer coached team only scoring 3 points. Have to imagine that at home for the second time in a row here, they'll get more points on the board. That's going to be a fun game. Next game, Damien at Jay Serra. Here's why this one's compelling. Baseline League Damien squeaks by Aquinas 20-15, and the Spartans are supposed to be pretty good. Well, Jay Serra is looking for a chance to erase last week's 35-0 loss to Sierra Canyon. So keep an eye on that one. That one is in San Juan Capistrano. Sierra Canyon at Oaks Christian. This one's always a daily news, Northern Los Angeles local bout. They always seem to go back and forth, although Sierra Canyon generally the winner in this one, although Oaks Christian has gotten them from time to time. But why this game is important. Oaks Christian lost to Chaminade in week 0, 42-27. Whoa. Does that mean Oaks isn't as good as we think? Is Chaminade better than everyone thinks? This is why week 1 games are so important. Valencia at Chaminade. Both started 1-0. Valencia beat Simi Valley last week. Chaminade, of course, as I mentioned, beat Oaks Christian. 2 good quarterbacks going at it in this one. Valencia's Brady Bretthauer runs all over the place, can throw it. And then the Eagles of Chaminade have this rising junior pocket passing quarterback in Cameron Pooley. Really, really good player. And not to mention the running backs are pretty good in this one too. Valencia's got Brian Bonner heading to Washington, and Chaminade, Marquise Jones knows how to wiggle. That'll be a fun one in West Hills. Little city section action, Kennedy creating a lot of headlines in week 0 with that big scoring game and victory over Eagle Rock. Well, they're going to play at San Pedro. So you're going to get a contrasting style of play here. The Cougars like to air it out, play big, play wide, have fun, get up and down. San Pedro, it's like a classic Big Ten team. They want to ground and pound. They want to be physical. They like it low scoring. So we'll see how the San Pedro Pirates do against the fast Temple Cougars. And the last game, I know you're there. I know there's plenty to talk about, but it's Oak Hills coming to Bishop Amat. Can Amat show that they're not just a week 0 fun, magical win over St. Paul? Is St. Paul not that good? Is that why Bishop Amat won? Or is Bishop Amat that good? And can they knock off the Bulldogs of Oak Hills? Randy, back to you to finish this thing off. Week 0, week 1, fun high school football, and plenty more to come.
Really great thanks today here out at Bishop Amat. Wonderful cooperation, Kory Minor and his entire staff. We thank Chris Ricks as well for dropping by. Their running back Salcedo was great as well. Really a fun time. Bishop Amat looking to turn it around. Speaking about turning it around, we'll turn it around. We'll be in the studio next week. I'll be joined with Tarek Fatal. We'll be at the hip again, and we'll go over all the things that are going on in Southern California in prep sports. But for now, that's a wrap. From La Puente, this is SoCal Prep Report.